that I still love watching over and over again.
With actors with a strong personality, it's difficult to work with this kind of talents, or it's more challenging, or maybe more rewarding too?
Sometimes it is, but in this case it was very easy to work with both Drew and Adam because they're such professionals. I mean, Drew literally has grown up as an actor. She started acting an E.T. 30 years ago, so she is a true professional. And Adam has been one of the most successful actors in the world for 20 years now. So they know how to do it, what to do, and they're professional and they treat people well. And I will say in this particular movie it was a pleasure all around working with them, and the whole crew and the whole process was great. And I think because Adam and Drew were so close with each other and such good friends, it made the whole production that much smoother. Yeah.
Usually they say that there are two kind of, let's say, actors with which you don't have to work. It's like kids and animals, and you both have in this movie. Was it tough?
That is true. Kids and animals sometimes are very difficult. In this case, it was challenging, but it wasn't difficult. We spent a lot of time casting the kids. In fact, of the pre-production process, I would say that the casting of the children was the most time-consuming, because you had to find kids that not only were great actors, but that you really believed were a family. So we had to audition hundreds of kids, really. And then for Adam's 3 daughters, we had to find 3 kids that you really believed were sisters, which was a long process. For Drew's kids, we had 2 kids. We actually had cast another kid to play the Braxton role, to play the role of Drew's oldest son, but he had a TV show that he couldn't get out of. So we were a week away from shooting, and we had to recast the kid. And Adam and his writing partner had seen an audition online of a kid, and we called them at the last second to come and audition for Drew, and she loved him. And then we had this kid Braxton, go to Adam's house that afternoon, and he met Adam, and Adam loved him, and we recast that role like a week before we started shooting, and he was great in it. So that process took a long time. The animal part of it, we had a great animal training team in South Africa that worked with animals and make sure it's safe, and then we augmented it with some visual effects as well. So you're absolutely right, animals and children are usually difficult, but in this case it was very smooth sailing from the beginning to end.
What's your favorite Italian director and Italian movie?
Oh, that's a very good question. I would say Bernardo Bertolucci. I absolutely love, and of course Fellini. I'd like to see more. I'd like to see more while I'm here. I'm in Italy. Maybe I'll go see a few more movies. But it's a great history here and a great background of cinema, and I love to film a movie here too. I'd love to film something here if I could.
What do you think about The Great Beauty?
Oh, The Great Beauty? What do you think of The Great Beauty?
I don't like it.
Why?
Because there is an image of Rome that I don't like, the society of Rome. It's not like that. It's not always like that.
Oh, that makes sense.
But the beauty of Rome is okay.
As we've been here, we've been touring a little bit. I think there are locations here that are unlike any in the world. Mm-hmm. The Duomos and the medieval villages and the countryside. So as I'm here more and more, I'm thinking, I'd like to figure out a movie to film here. Mm-hmm. So that's my new
Would you like to
goal.
Produce a movie which is set in Rome
Yeah.
or in Italy?
I think Italy, I like Tuscany, so beautiful, but then Rome has the great architecture and places. So I think all throughout, ideally a movie all throughout Italy would be great. I think so, yeah. Like La Dolce Vita.
I've read that you would like to, or maybe you're even producing yet a movie about Super Bowl. And why is that? What do you think is interesting about a movie on Super Bowl?
Well, I like movies where you have expectations about something. Like Valentine's Day, everybody has a feeling about Valentine's Day, whether it's happiness or sadness or excitement. New Year's Eve, which we did a few years ago, everybody has experiences about New Year's Eve and expectations. And I think in the U.S. at least, the Super Bowl is the most watched event on TV of the year, and it's actually a holiday. Like business is shut down, and Super Bowl is a major event. But I think there's a great idea to do a movie that you're not expecting. And I think with that one on Super Sunday, we're going to call it, it's just stories about that take place on that day that you normally wouldn't expect to take place on that day. So it's just another
So it's
way.
like Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just another way into a romantic comedy set on one of the biggest days of the year. World Cup would be good too.
What about Spring Break, a remake?
I haven't done Spring Break yet, but we are developing another movie with Gary Marshall set on Mother's Day. So that'll be the next holiday movie. A trilogy. Yeah. I think Valentine's Day here was called Day of Love.
Yeah.
So maybe I don't know what we'll call Mother's Day here. We'll figure
Mamma
it
mia.
out. All right. Yeah.
And who's going to star in this movie?
We don't know yet. We'll know in the next few months.
Who would you like? I mean, what kind of actor would you like? Maybe, I don't know, someone like Christopher Walken, which is odd in this kind of roles, or someone more typical, like you did with Ashton Kutcher.
I think we'll bring some people back from the original movies, a few people, and then complement it with some new people too. I think we'll bring a few people back. We don't know who yet, and then add some new original people.
Last question,
Dennis.
and
So,
no, for me, for all, for everyone here.
last question.
Last question.
Did you enjoy shooting in Africa? Did you have what we call this kind of melancholy and also?
I love shooting in South Africa, and one of the things we loved about it was just how different it is from America, because we shot so many scenes on safaris in the bush, where the animals are, and you literally were shooting and elephants are walking by. And you just don't see that there's no place I've ever filmed where there's been live elephants walking by the cameras before. And it was just an incredible experience just because it's just so different from anything I've ever done before. So I did like shooting Africa quite a bit, and I would like to shoot there again. But first Italy.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you.
Very much.